All right, guys, we are going to talk today about some just basic vocabulary that you use in geometry. Some of this is going to be really simple and easy, and some of this is going to be maybe a new thing for you. First one, really simple, really easy, is called just a point. And a point is exactly what you think it is. It is a dot. And we label points with a capital letter. So label with a capital letter. Okay, so it's really as simple as this is a point and I call it A. This is a point and I call it B. We do not label them with lowercase letters. Our next one is a line. A line is one of my favorite definitions because people get it wrong a lot. So a line is the shortest distance between 2 points. Shortest distance between 2 points. We label a line lots of different ways, and something to remember is that a line extends infinitely in both directions. So it means it goes on and on forever and ever and ever. So let's say we take two of our points. We'll go back to A and B, and we connect those, and we let them go on and on and on forever. This would be line AB. I can call it AB with the line symbol on top. I could call it line BA with the line symbol on top. Sometimes they have a little lowercase letters, so like L. Maybe this is line L, and then I would call it line L. It is a lowercase cursive letter, so make sure you do keep that as a lowercase cursive letter, and that is a line. A line segment is just a piece of a line. So it's maybe a part in the middle that is part of a line, but it has a definite beginning and an end. So it could be part of a line or it could be its own personal line segment. So here is line segment QR. And these guys are called endpoints. So Q is an endpoint and R is an endpoint. When we label them QR like this. And sometimes you'll even see the actual points on the end. Now, like I said, this could be a part of a line. So it could be that line QR actually extends in both directions. But the line segment QR only refers to this piece right here, the Q to R, and only that. If there's something that rests outside of line segment QR, like say it rests out here, that is not part of that line segment. So only this piece right here in the middle would be line segment QR. One last thing is that you could also reverse these letters and it would still be correct. So you could also call it RQ. And again, you've got those points on the end. They're designating it as a line segment. Our next one is a ray. A ray has one endpoint and it extends infinitely in one direction. So you can think of this like the rays of the sun. The rays of the sun start at the sun and extend infinitely in one direction. So it's really important when we label rays that we start with the endpoint. So when we label, you must start with the endpoint. So I know y'all are sitting here going, I want to label this ST, ray ST, but it is not ray ST. This one is actually ray TS, TS. T is my endpoint, okay? So this guy is the endpoint. And it passes through point S and extends infinitely. Now notice that my ray symbol at the top there still points to the right, even though the actual ray is pointing to the left. Our rays, conventionally, the symbol points to the right, no matter which way the ray actually goes. And sometimes you will also see an actual point there at the end. So that's what a ray is. And then our last guy is an angle. So angles are actually one of the kind of cooler definitions in that it really means exactly what it says. It's two rays. So let's draw it as we say it. So it's two rays. Here's a ray and here's a ray, and they have a common endpoint. So here is their common endpoint. So we might have their common endpoint be the point B, and maybe there's a point A here and a point C here. So it's ray BA and ray BC, and they make up angle ABC. When we label this, we're going to label it with an angle symbol. I always put the line down that so it doesn't look like a less than symbol. So it could be labeled A, B, C. It could be labeled C, B, A. It could be labeled just plain old angle B. If I add a number in here, they might call it angle 4. Now I'm allowed to call this one angle B, but I can't always label it by just a single letter. There are instances that come up a lot where I can only label it with 3 letters. If I were to go ahead and add another ray off of this, angle B is now having B as the common endpoint of more than one angle. So now I would no longer be allowed to call this angle B. So I would have to call it by angle ABC or CBA to know that I'm only talking about this angle and not this angle down here. So you can only label it with one letter if it's only one angle.